on a scale of 1 to 10, how freaky are naked mole rats?
Oh, incredibly.
Correct answer. I would have accepted pretty freaky, very freaky. Anywhere on a sort of 6 out of 10 or above, really. Because most importantly, they sort of look like shaved balls.
Yep.
And that's my second topic for this week. Thank you for listening. Yeah, sorry, my research was a bit rushed this week.
I really hope this isn't a segue into male grooming, and any questions. So, Chris, what is the best method for removing the balls?
Remove the balls. That is something. That goes beyond manscaping. That is.
Yeah. How do you look like Action Man? Like completely smooth in the never reach.
Yeah, it's the segue into the weirdest ad read we'll ever have to do. Well, I like to use Jim's ball razors. No, so my second topic is scientists have discovered that when deprived of oxygen, naked mole rats can switch to a metabolism. So its brain cells burn fructose for energy instead of glucose, which doesn't require fructose can be turned into energy anaerobically. Yeah, so it doesn't require oxygen to be broken down to cellular energy. But I thought that was quite cool, because naked mole rats, aside from being one of the a pretty freaky creature, like just freaky looking, they're the only mammal that can essentially pretend to be a plant and live.
I suppose it comes in handy because I imagine they spend most of their life underground where there is less oxygen.
So they live really deep in the ground and in total darkness, and they live in sort of big groups of up to 100 and just like
mill about the place.
Mill about, yeah.
I was going to say, I wonder how the scientists found this out. Were they just like choking naked mole rats? We're just like, this one's not dead yet. Why? I don't know how to science.
How's work today, dear? Yeah, I choked a lot of naked mole rats. I'm leaving you, you psychopath.
Were they trying to make glow-in-the-dark mole rats? And it's just like, it's still not working.
And so frustrated with the lack of progress, they just choked them, and they just said, harder, daddy, and they went, gross. They actually put them in oxygen deprivation tanks. They found...
Science is weird.
Yeah, we're really just finding issues for anything. If you're looking for a grant, have you ever choked a mole rat? That's a little personal. Buy me a drink first. No, literally. Have you ever... No, so they can survive for 5 hours at oxygen levels so low a human would die in minutes. And another study showed that they can endure 18 minutes of total oxygen deprivation by slipping into a sort of vegetative state where they metabolize fructose instead of glucose. By comparison, mice without oxygen die after about 20 seconds. So you can choke a mouse for less than a minute and finish the job.
But the mole rat will keep going for 18 minutes.
Yeah, mocking you.
Yeah, so today on Cooking with Brief, we've learnt that if you're going to choke a rodent, choke a mouse.
It depends what your end goal is.
Yeah, I suppose so. Or a mole rat.
Do you burn quickly but bright? Go for a mouse. Do you want a more prolonged choking of a rodent? Go for the naked mole rat.
And if you have any sort of conscience at all, just do neither.
Yeah, that is also an option.
Less sciencey.
If you have to choke a mammal, go for a human with express prior consent.
And don't kill them.
Preferably, ideally.
I feel like we're quite effective public service announcement here. Do not choke people to death. And only choke them in the first place if they consent. Once again, coming down with the bold stances.
I know, we were really tackling the big ones. You know, we didn't definitively settle on any of the big ones around race or cultural appropriation, but we are we are confident in our stance of
choking policy.
Yeah, the smallest hills to die on with Chris and Chris.
In fact, the hills we're rather confident we won't die on is the ones we're prepared to die on.
No, I might get a little out of breath, but that's just because it's a hill and not because of the...
Not because you're not a naked mole rat.
Maybe not in this life or any other life at all. I'm fairly confident in coming down on the side of reincarnation not being a thing.
Ooh, controversial.
For us, maybe, but in the grand scheme of things. Whenever there's a report like this or a study, then the question is, well, how come they can choke a mole rat for 20 minutes, but they can't cure the common cold? Well, what the end research is to find ways of
Curing feline AIDS.
is to make glow in the dark cats not glow in the dark anymore. It's things like humans don't do well at oxygen deprivation at all, and that's why we suffer strokes and stuff after just so easily with oxygen deprivation. So it's working out why mole rats can do this, and is there any way that can apply to humans? Because that's what science is for: is can we keep ourselves alive for longer and continue to eat cheeseburgers at quite a frightening rate? The main solution maybe exercise and eat healthier and don't drink or smoke that much. Not at all. No, I think doctors tend to say don't smoke at all these days, at least. Yeah.
Not back in the day where they prescribe you a pack of cigarettes for anxiety
or asthma.
Yeah.
See, that was my problem, because although I've quit now, I did go and see a doctor, but he was, he'd been practicing since the 50s and hadn't updated all his thing. Prescribed me a pack of cigarettes and I got hooked. That was it. And my asthma just got worse.
But you looked cooler. Or more lit, or whatever the phrase is these days.